Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and the Season 4 is finally here. An update that's full of experimental content that brings a new set of Mythic Plus seasonal dungeons, a new system of raids and raid affixes, and a new season for PvP. But this final season of Shadowlands is here for a limited time to hold us off until the next World of Warcraft expansion. And recently, I've been getting messages from you guys asking me, what is the best class to pick up for this experimental new season? Which playstyle is going to be the best for you for a couple of months until we see our classes get completely revamped with the brand new talent trees in Dragonflight? Personally, I believe you should always play the class that you enjoy the most. Just about every class has the potential to compete and do well, with enough time and gear invested, whether you're attempting to push Mythic Plus dungeons, slay raid bosses, or dominate in rated arenas. But in this video, I will go over some of the classes that I've seen early success in Season 4. And I want to highlight specifically the classes where all three specs are finding themselves viable and favorable in either raids, dungeons, or PvP content in the patch 9.2.5. But right before we get into this video list, most of you guys watching these videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you are reminded, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel as well as to the bell if you're watching these videos anyway, especially if you want to get more regular class and content updates for the Season 4, or if you want to keep up with all the new changes and builds over on the Dragonflight Alpha. The first class on this list will be the Death Knight, starting with the Blood DK, which dominates in both Mythic Plus and raid content. Blood Death Knights saw a very strong start in the patch 9.2, with a powerful tier set and legendaries focused on rune weapon gameplay. And currently it remains as one of the stronger tanks that didn't see any nerfs heading into the Season 4. And for now maintains a very dominant position in all forms of endgame PvE content. Tank Death Knights are still very durable against magic damage and physical, making them a safe choice when diving into some of the unknown new dungeons and learning unfamiliar bosses in the new season. The spec of Unholy is currently a very solid DPS option for single target PvE fights like raid bosses, but where Unholy Death Knights dominate right now is in PvP. Able to cleave multiple targets and overpower healers with incredible damage and constant pressure from abilities like Grip, Silence, and Stuns. And Frost Death Knights, while slightly behind Unholy, do excel when it comes to AoE content, specifically cleave-style boss fights and Mythic Plus dungeons. And the next class on this list will be the class of Priest, with the Holy Priest still maintaining its reputation as a very strong throughput healer that's also very versatile and can excel in all forms of endgame content. And currently, Holy is a very popular choice for Mythic Plus dungeons, able to contribute strong DPS output with the Kyrian Covenant, while at the same time can reliably maintain the health of your allies. Holy Priest did see some early nerfs for PvP heading into Season 4, but so far it has not stopped Holy Priest from excelling in arenas. Besides Holy, Shadow Priest are a very strong single-target raid competitor that has seen some recent tuning when it comes to their AoE content, which will likely improve the popularity in dungeon instances. Then there's Discipline Priest, which is not a very popular choice for PvE endgame, but in PvP it dominates as a strong alternate choice for any priest not looking to pick up Holy for rated battlegrounds or arenas. The next class on this list will be the class of Warlock, with Destruction seeing a sizable AoE damage nerf before Season 4. But even then, the spec is still currently a very popular pick for Mythic Plus dungeons, able to maintain very competitive damage in group content. Besides Destruction, Demonology maintains a superior lead when it comes to single target boss encounters, making it currently a very popular choice for raiding, or as an alternative to Destruction when it comes to Mythic Plus content. And while Affliction Warlocks isn't really seeing the same success in dungeons or raids, it has saw some serious damage buffs for PvP. The overall burst potential of Affliction got slightly nerfed, but the sustained damage of Unstable Affliction and Corruption saw significant buffs, which bolsters Affliction Warlock's ability to spread pressure, which is highly usable in RPG content and also is picking up steam in rated arenas, with these changes overall making them more effective than ever before. The next class on this list will be the Monk, starting with a spec of Brewmaster, which may be the second strongest tank in the game at the moment, right behind Blood Death Knight. Brewmaster is able to mitigate most damage with ease passively, thanks to the stagger mechanic, which makes him an easier tank to pick up for new players. Together with fantastic mobility and excellent tools for control, make him a little bit easier to break into some of the high-end Mythic Plus content. The spec of Windwalker is an AoE powerhouse, able to dispatch multiple targets with absolute ease, which makes him highly valuable in cleave-oriented and burst AoE raid fights, and infinitely valuable in Mythic Plus content. Windwalkers are also capable of effectively high burst DPS, which helps them dominate when it comes to rated PvP content. Finally, with the spec of Mistweaver, which has struggled over the last few patches of Shadowlands to find popularity, though it has broken into a high value healer when it comes to raid content, and while behind, it is still very close in Mythic Plus performance to some of the other healers. Also, monks are incredibly strong when it comes to AoE healing in rated battleground content. The next class on this list will have to be the Rogue, starting with the spec of Outlaw, which is broken into an AoE dominant position, able to push competitive Mythic Plus dungeons and compete in any of the fights that involve multiple targets to cleave. Besides AoE, the spec is actually kind of competitive in PvP and still remains to be a very powerful choice for single target raiding. The spec of Assassination has incredibly strong single target boss pressure, able to take that same strength into PvP content where they're able to lock down a singular player and tear him to shreds inside of Vendetta. And currently, Subtlety Rogue may be the strongest pick for PvP content, able to control targets with ease while executing maximum damage output inside of Burst. And recently, all three specs of Rogues have seen nerfs when it comes to PvP content. But that hasn't stopped Subtlety from picking up a very dominant lead in rated PvP. Rogues are generally known to scale well with endgame gear, and with higher item levels in the Season 4, Rogues will likely retain this PvP dominance unless we see some nerfs and adjustments going forward. And the final class on this list will have to be the Hunter, starting with Beast Mastery Hunter, which is a strong raid-focused spec, especially against single target boss fights, that's also able to take that similar single target pressure into PvP combat. Marksmanship Hunter can do well in both raid content and Mythic Plus content, especially when grouped AoE burst is required. And the spec of Survival continues to dominate when it comes to Mythic Plus and AoE, even with the recent nerfs to its overall cleave burst performance. And for now, it looks like Survival will continue to dominate in Mythic Plus and AoE unless future nerfs are announced going forward. Besides its prowess in PvE, Survival is also a spec that can perform fairly well in PvP. And for now, that's going to be the full list of classes seeing early success so far in the Season 4. This list is by no means final, and over the next few weeks, we could see a lot of class updates and tuning that could drastically shift our favorite class's performance going forward. But otherwise, thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the classes that we put together on this list? Do you agree with this list, or do you think there's other classes that are doing exceptional in the Season 4 that you think other players should check out as well? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As per always, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single live stream and video, we have a link to our Discord community channel. You guys are more than welcome to join our Discord, probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know your thoughts about this video. DMs are always open. Join our Discord to become part of the community. Thank you all so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.